All right, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to a new video. In this video today, we're going to be jumping into the World Champion GOAT Format World Championship deck list for the person who actually won the championship, Anthony Alvarado, or A Alvarado as you know him online. He has been on a tear in the 2024 GOAT format season. I think he won, so he took first place in 8 or 9 tournaments. I believe it's 8 tournaments outside of the World Championships, and now he's won the World Championships from what I understand from the stream that they did earlier. It's the first Worlds where a US player actually won Worlds, and I don't think there's anyone really fitting, you know, no matter where they're from. I don't think there's really anyone fitting who I thought I would have my money on over Anthony Alvarado. Such a dominating player, playing Chaos Turbo, a deck that he's always been on. I haven't seen him not be on Chaos Turbo, so it's not necessarily a surprise to me that he's the talk of the town at the moment, and has been the talk of the town. You know, he's been the talk of the town ever since he's really started, and he won his first SJC. But really hats off to him, so congratulations, man. I got caught a little bit of the interview with JDZ that he shared with the chat, and it's so great when you put the work and effort into something and you just see your efforts come into fruition, and you see what it's become, and landed himself a world championship. I do want to talk about this deck list a little bit. It does look, for the most part, it does look like a standard Chaos Turbo list, but you know, every time I look at his lists, it's usually his list that usually I'm a little bit more fond of, because he does different things with his decks always. So I kind of want to talk about that quick. We're on the Triple Dequaichi, which isn't too far out of the normal. We're on Triple Spy, which I think is also not necessarily abnormal. We are on Triple Magician of Faith. Really keying on seeing Magician of Faith, so I actually really like the Triple Faith here. The addition of the third Magician of Faith I think is a very good and solid play there, so I really like that. Monster lineup is really standard. We got the power 5 between Sinister, Sangan, Tsukiyomi, Tribe, and Breaker, but really nothing else going on here for the monsters. For the spells, playing the double upstart as Chaos Turbo does, but we're also playing double Book of Moon too. I don't know how Book of Moon really interacts in here. I would really love to know, but I think the double Book of Moon is good for, like, if you're getting your Magician of Faith attacked into and you want to get that last faith off. I think it's really good to help protect you, where typically I like playing Sakuratsu armor, or like in my Chaos control build, I'm playing 3 Raigeki Break, no Book of Moon. I think Book of Moon's a really good card here. I wonder if I should really take some time to, you know, test that out and see if I really like it or not. But we're playing double Book of Moon in here, and I think it's really powerful in more than one way. So really enjoy the Book of Moon here with the Triple Faith and the ability to get to plus off of Faith so much. No Solemn Judgments here in this build. We got Triple Jar of Greed, again, to keep the turbo going. Double Raigeki Break. No Night Assailants, so the Raigeki Breaks are really there for, like, your Thunder Dragon, your Sinister Serpents. I think that's a really cool idea. Maybe something I'll even try out, but yeah, the only dark monsters we got are the Dequaichis or the Gravekeeper Spy. We do have Sangan Tsukiyomi too, so at some point you should really see your dark monsters here, and otherwise, like, if your Chaos Sorcerers become dead, you can always Raigeki Break them for Chaos Sorcerer later. Not necessarily the idea you want to go for, though, since they're kind of your power monsters, but and then we got the big 3, Mirror Force, Ring, Torrential. Side deck, we got double Zambira. I have the feeling he really likes Zambira, but it's a really good card nonetheless. Really helps with those warrior matchups to kind of, you know, grind that way out. We got the double Metamorphosis, double Scapegoat for the control package. Really like that. I really like that. You know, maybe even then what I need to do is create a deck like this where it's turbo with the side of the control package. Again, double Metamorphosis, double Scapegoat. We got double Mind Control, double Mystic Walk in the side deck. I think double Mystic Walk is a very good choice, considering that there probably was some burn around in the World Championships. I didn't get a chance to catch much of the streams at all, but definitely saw a lot of what looked like chaos builds. And then we have double Saku, again, probably for the warrior matchups or just those rogue matchups like Earth, Beatdown, and stuff like that. And then triple Dust Shoot. I don't know how I feel about Dust. I mean, obviously Dust Shoot in the side works, so I'm not gonna like knock it. I just don't know how it works for me because I haven't seen it or I've participated with it in practice. But I think that's something I'd really want to mess around with and see how that goes. But triple Dust Shoot in the side, obviously, like I said, works here. It probably works like if you lose game 1 and you want to side in the Dust Shoots. It sounds like that's probably a good idea, and you can just cut out. I don't know what I would really cut out. I guess it really depends. Like in the mirror match, you know, maybe the Book of Moons. You know, if you're playing against like Control, you know, maybe maybe those Book of Moons don't come in handy. Hard to say. Or like you could just side out your upstarts too, right? Because your upstarts are just making upstarts and the Jar of Greeds are just making your deck a 35 card deck. So maybe, but you kind of want to keep your tempo going. So like, do you really want to get rid of them? You know, hard decisions for me to make without knowing how to play the deck completely. But yeah, congratulations on your World Championship. Again, I think it's I haven't been watching Anthony closely. I haven't been watching him too closely or anything, but I have been seeing a lot of the results. I watch a lot of the GOAT format YouTube videos and seeing that, you know, he just puts up tremendous results, better than almost any other person I can think of. Definitely one of the best players in GOAT format of all time, considering the year that he's had. I think JDZ put it best that he's kind of had the player of the year kind of year this year. I haven't really seen anybody have like the consistency in winning that he has had. It's absolutely tremendous. Not only again in the tournaments that he's had during the course of the year, but then also again going to the World Championships and being straight up just dominant in exactly what he's been doing all year. So big congratulations to you, Anthony. I hope you're celebrating in some way. And yeah, that'll do it for me for this video. What do you guys think about the World Championship deck? Looks like it's chaos again. Looks like it's very powerful, no signs of stopping. What do you guys think about it? Do you think it's do you think it's like, oh my gosh, Chaos Turbo won again, I can't believe it, it's not something else, you know, it's not warrior or it's not earth aggro or any kind of like a chaos control or GOAT format or GOAT control type of video or type of deck? You know, how do you feel about that? Do you kind of like where this is at right now, where Chaos Turbo's kind of the norm here? Do you think there's any way to really topple this, or do you think with the card pool that we're available to basically up to Lost Millennium that this is really as best as it gets? Let me know what you think below. Make sure to like the video, comment on what you think about it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.